So for years now, the Washington Commanders have struggled with finding consistent cornerback play. And in my lifetime, I could really only name D'Angelo Hall and Kendall Fuller as two cornerbacks that were fairly consistent. Like, I know I was alive for the end of Darryl Green's career and Champ Bailey, but I don't really have visual memory of watching those guys. And Washington hasn't been shy of investing in the cornerback position, whether it's draft picks or it's free agency. Like, we brought in Josh Norman, we brought in Ronald Darby, we got guys like David Emerson and Jimmy Moreland and Brashad Breeland over the years, and they just never really amounted to anything on a consistent basis. And the most recent failed experiment was the first round draft pick of Emmanuel Forbes, a guy that you thought would come in and be the shutdown corner that we were hoping for, and he turned out to be trash. And you can even throw Benjamin St-Juste in that conversation. Even though he didn't get drafted as high as Emmanuel Forbes did, there were times where we felt like Benjamin St-Juste could be something, but he ultimately turned out to be nothing. And now you fast forward to present day, and the Washington Commanders continue to invest in the cornerback room, and this time I think they're going to get their money's worth, as I believe the Washington Commanders have a real opportunity to have the best cornerback trio in the NFL. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career and he's already milking injuries? Like,
Niggas stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and Shawty is the winner. You can tell that Shawty love again now, she's confident.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about how I personally believe the Washington Commanders can have one of the, if not the best cornerback trio in the NFL this season. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. We are so close. We're like 228 subscribers away, so please sub up and share out the channel to your friends, families, or whoever are Washington Commanders fans you may know. That out the way, let's get straight to today's video. Now I know, looking at the title or reviewing the subject of this video, you may be like, Juan, hold on, you're getting a little too ahead of yourself. But I tend to disagree, because a lot of teams in the NFL has really good cornerback duos. You look at Philly with the two rookie sensations last year in Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. You look at a team like Houston that has Dirk Stingley and Kamari Lassiter. You look at Denver with Patrick Surtain and adding Jaheed Byrne to a really good secondary and defense overall. So a lot of teams have really good cornerback duos, but I think Washington is one of the only few teams that has a chance to have a really elite cornerback trio. And I'm going to start it off with Exhibit A, and that's Mikey Sanill. Mikey has quickly grown to be one of my favorite Commanders, top 3 for sure. Number 1, Terry McLaurin will always be Terry McLaurin, and then number 2, 5, and then number 3, Mikey Sanill. And I just love Mikey, bro. Like, he is so freaking good, and he came in and immediately took that DB room by storm. And I think a lot of people don't give Mikey the credit that he deserved for last season due to, I guess, a lack of statistics. When you have Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean on the same defense, it's easy to get overshadowed by the rest of those rookies. And as I mentioned, Taheeb Steele and Cam Hart, like, this rookie class from 2024 was really good, so it is easy to get overshadowed by the rest of your class. But given the fact that Mikey was drafted to be a slot cornerback and had to play boundary due to the fact of trash in front of him, from Emmanuel Forbes to Benjamin St-Juste and Michael Davis all just being garbage, Mikey had to shift his focus from being an inside cornerback to being a boundary corner, and that's not all the time an easy transition. And with Mikey Mikey doing that, it kind of gave me the sense of confidence that, hey, we don't need to address the cornerback room this offseason. If we was to do it, it would be kind of a bonus, because I was pro keep Mikey on the outside after his performance in 2024. I loved what I seen from him, going toe-to-toe with A.J. Brown, pretty much locking him up, bro, and having so many key moments throughout the season. I mean, go back to my intro. Who was in the intro? Mikey Sanill still getting an interception versus Baltimore to kick off that game, and just so many other countless plays. I mean, that divisional round game where he got a pick in the back of the end zone, and it wasn't just a normal interception. He played it very, very well, had it looking like it was going to be open for a touchdown, and he quickly baited him into making that throw Jared Goff to Jameson Williams, and jumped right into it and got an interception. Mikey Sanill was a key piece of this defense and team and secondary, and in my opinion, yes, although Jaden Daniels had that super impact and he's going to get all the flowers as he deserves because he's the quarterback, but if I had to point to the defensive version of Jaden Daniels, it would simply be Mikey Sanill, because that dude is an absolute beast animal and one of my favorite commanders. And I think with him going through everything he did last season, from starting the season off on the outside, getting cooked by Jamar Chase in week 3 to eventually finding himself and turning up that whole season, it's going to help him transition back inside, because again, he's going back to his natural position due to the fact Washington added so much other things to the cornerback room that he does not have to play boundary. But we now know if he needs to play out there, he can and hold his own. But Mikey's going back inside to where he belongs and where he's more naturally sound, and that's going to open up so many different areas and so many strong suits and strengths of his games. It's about to be crazy. Mikey is a very, very good tackler, and you can't really be sent on DB blitzes when you're a boundary corner. But now that opens up the opportunity with him going back inside. He's able to be more physical, being more underneath routes and kind of near the line of scrimmage, not having to be out of the play and deep down the field 24/7, being able to guard tight ends, guard slot receivers. He is about to go in for a Mike Hilton-esque year, and I simply feel if he's able to do that this year in year 2, the sky's the limit beyond, because this guy has the opportunity, in my opinion, talent to be an all-pro cornerback one day. He possesses the swag, the fearlessness that most corners his size probably don't. Like, he gives me a lot of Brent Grimes vibes. Y'all remember Brent Grimes? Like, I know Brent Grimes probably ain't like the best, most skillful comparison, but like a guy that is not afraid to play bigger than what he actually is, bro. That is what Mikey Sanill still is, and I think that's simply what puts him over the top for me. Not only is it his skill, but his ability to come down and just tackle bigger, stronger, and quite frankly, you know, demigods to him, right? Because Mikey's only, what, 5'10" maybe, and like these dudes be 6'3" and all that, and he still be locking them down, bro. So shout out my boy Frozone, man, and I love Frozone, bro. I can't wait to cop his jersey, bro, for sure. Now moving on to Exhibit B, aka Point 2. That is the fact that Washington went out and drafted cornerback Trey Amos, and I don't know about you guys, but Trey Amos, in my opinion, has the most upside out of this whole entire cornerback room, one, and I think this may be the most pressure or most excited I've been for a rookie in a long time. Like, granted, JD5 season was magnificent, but I didn't have those expectations going into his rookie season. Of course, I thought he had the opportunity to come in and be good, but we all were like, hey, just get us 7, 8, 9 wins, be competitive, you know what I'm saying? That's all we were asking for. We did not know he was going to come in and basically play on the MVP level after one season. Trey Amos, it's the total opposite for me. I am simply expecting him to come in and deliver and be a shutdown corner day one. Now, if that does not happen, I'm not going to flip off and be upset and be down on him, not at all. But looking at his film, I just did a film breakdown on him on the channel. This dude was probably the best cornerback in the SEC, and I'm not kidding you. And he didn't go to like the super top of the SEC SEC neither. Like, he wasn't at Georgia or Alabama. He in fact had to play against those schools, and he held his own and quite frankly shut them down. The Floridas and all the other teams that are in that conference, Trey Amos was mano-a-mano locking those guys down. Absolute ball hog. He's the prototypical cornerback that you want for a boundary outside corner. And get this, although we did take Josh Connolly Jr., they said he was plan B at 29. We ended up getting him in the second round, bro. And every time you watch him, you see, okay, I see why they were tempted to taking him in the first round. And he immediately came to Ashburn and showed out at OTAs, bro, getting interceptions, shutting down the receivers there. So Trey Amos immediately can come in and impact this defense and be, in my opinion, the cornerback one of the future. But right now, obviously cornerback 2, and we can have a shutdown cornerback duo on the boundaries, and then you throw in Mikey. That makes it a cornerback trio that can be elite, man. Oh my God, the sky's the limit for this defense. He's the prototypical NFC East cornerback that you want, and especially when you have a division that is loaded with talent like the NFC East, you gotta go against CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, George Pickens. Like, there's so much talent in this division that we need cornerbacks like Trey Amos that ain't afraid to be physical, that'll get in your chest, that is not afraid to tackle, want to come down and make plays on the football, force fumbles, get interceptions, gonna get feisty with you, stuff like that. We need that, and that he literally screams early 2010s, early 2000s NFC East cornerback to me. Just watch the film. Go watch the film breakdown on my channel. I'm telling you, you're gonna fall in love with Trey Amos. Now, Exhibit C.3, that is healthy Marshon Latimore being ready to rock and roll for the 2025 campaign. Now, I'm a person that keeps it real, okay? Call it how I see it. If a player is not playing really good, no matter if I'm a super fan of him or not, we're going to keep it honest over here and say, hey, he has to play better. He's not playing good or up to the standard that we set. However, the Marshon Latimore disrespect is getting out of hand. Like, truly, I let people talk they trash, pop they ish about how they feel about Marshon Latimore thus far, because of course he did not have a great showing, but this man was traded to us, had a hamstring injury, and he played in about 4 or 5 games, and he wasn't good in them. But we can't solely judge him off of that. That's not fair. If he would have got traded to us and played from the time that he was traded to us up until the NFC Championship, and he played how he did, I would understand. If it was no injury for an excuse or for a reason he didn't play good, and having to learn new knowledge and new defense, I will understand it more. But the sample size just isn't large enough for me to be like, oh, he's trash, he's washed up. The body of work over the years definitely outweighs the poor few games he had on his new squad. So I'm definitely giving him this year. Now, after this season, if it's not what we wanted, we can get out of the contract, of course, and we just got to charge to the game. You took a risk and it didn't work, so you lost a draft pick, but oh well. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think a healthy Marshon Latimore is going to remind a lot of you all that he's one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, which helps Washington and helps them be the best trio in the NFL in terms of cornerbacks. Because in my opinion, like I said at the start of the video, teams have really good cornerback duos, but Washington's one of the few teams that has the opportunity and potential to be a cornerback trio that is going to be elite for the future. And they're lucky I'm cutting it off at trio, because I could say Jonathan Jones, who's a Super Bowl champion, multiple appearances, and really good savvy vet that we have in that room as well. But we're going to keep it to just Marshon Latimore, Mikey Sanill, and Trey Amos, because I think these guys have the most potential to be super elite and terrorize NFL offenses for the future. That being said, let me know what you guys think about this video down below in the comment section. As always, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. Peace.
Never gave a ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a lawn.